So I'm sitting here looking at my phone, reading the articles, watching the videos on how Nikon purchased Red and how this is going to change the game and how could this happen. Everybody underestimated Nikon and they thought Nikon was trash. And now they're seeing that, things may change and this doesn't make sense because didn't Nikon sue Red? What's going to happen? This is all just a bunch of drama and a bunch of speculation and stuff like that. And as I'm just reading this stuff and listening to it, I'm just learning how much I just don't care. I don't know if something's wrong with me. Maybe something is wrong with me. And it's weird because this channel talks about cameras and I talk about camera gear, but also talk about shooting and techniques and just getting behind the camera, having a confidence and all of that stuff. But it's weird that this news to me is just like, I don't care. And I really was gonna shoot a video yesterday, but I didn't have all my thoughts together because I was like, why don't I care about this? Like, why is this just like, I don't really care? Is this big news? I guess, yeah, it is. But I just don't care. And I think I figured out why. I started to look through YouTube over just the last few months, maybe 6 months to a year back. And there have been so many camera releases. There's been all kinds of new technology. I think of even like the Sony in Sony world, with the Sony A9 III, with the 120 frames per second global shutter in photography mode. That's a game changer, stuff like that. And there's 8K cameras, there's 12K cameras, there's just all kinds of different things you can shoot raw. There's the DJI 4D thing with the gimbal built into it. And I'm just like, wow, this is a lot of stuff. But what I'm not seeing, and this is a challenge to myself, but what I'm not seeing is a bunch of creativity. I just don't see it. Maybe YouTube is not the place to see it. And maybe I just have it wrong, but I just don't see a lot of creative things happening. I see a lot of cookie cutter stuff. I see a lot of people doing the same things. I see wedding videos and they're the same. Everybody's doing the same thing. The only person that in the wedding realm that's doing something different is Justin Porter. If you don't know who he is, go check out Justin Porter. He's doing something different than I've seen anybody do. There's some other people out there too that are doing some great things. I'm not saying everybody is trash, but the majority of things that I'm seeing out there, it's been done before. And I know there's nothing new on earth, but I just feel like with the amount of gear releases that we have, with the amount of updates and all this fancy tech that we have, even with AI, I'm not seeing stuff that's just incredible. I've seen some, actually I take that back. I've seen some incredible stuff with AI, but with people just doing stuff behind the camera, I mean, unless it's like a blockbuster movie or something like that, I'm just not seeing a lot of crazy stuff. I do think that Unreal Engine, that's huge. I'm seeing people do big stuff with that to where, there's a whole environment that you can create. You can create all the stuff. There's one company, they're doing live broadcasts with Unreal. So they're really on a blank set, but they're filling it in live and it looks real on both ends. So stuff like that to me is interesting, but the majority of what I'm seeing out there is just lens reviews, camera reviews, microphone reviews, monitor reviews, tripod reviews, just reviews. And I guess we need to know if the stuff is good or not, but I just want to see more creativity, I guess. And this is why the Nikon and Red thing just doesn't excite me, because it's just going to be more gear that's got these spectacular specs that everybody's going to use the exact same way. And it's like, what's the fun? What's the point of that? I almost feel like we have too much technology because people are relying on it so much. We're not even being creative anymore. We're just relying on the gear. We're just relying on views because people will watch it because I got the latest camera. Everybody wants to know what it's going to do and get views. And people may say, oh, you jealous because you're not getting views? I really don't care, to be honest. My goal in making this channel is just for people who really want to be creative. And that's something that I really want to do more of this year, because although I'm saying all this, I need to preach to myself. I am going to make it a point to be more creative this year on YouTube. I want to show more creativity, get into more things instead of just sitting behind the camera talking. I actually want to show you guys more of what I'm capable of and more of what you are capable of as well when you spend time with your camera, and not just spend time reading the specs and reading the latest news or the latest gossip on the new camera that's coming out. And the reason why I think this is so big to me is because I feel like I have a lot of people often who say, hey, should I buy this camera or should I wait? No, don't wait. I'm almost getting to the point where to say you should never wait for a camera to release, ever. Don't ever wait for a camera to release. If you see a camera that fits what you need, buy it immediately if you can afford it. Get it and start shooting. The reason why is because even though this camera that's coming out, the next one you see may have some things that this one doesn't have, I guarantee you that your skill behind the camera, I've said this 1,000 times, is going to far outweigh whatever new gear is coming out. It just is. Until cameras start creating their own content, it's up to you. So that's why this whole Nikon bought Red thing is just, okay, great. There's another thing coming, and there's always gonna be new gear coming. There's always gonna be something new. That's not to say that it isn't gonna be exciting to see some things, but just to be like getting all into it and having deep conversations. Listen, watch the videos, read the articles, but go out and shoot something. Go out and create something, man. I'm telling you, before this AI takes over, sharpen your skills, man. Maybe, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I don't know enough about cameras and all this stuff to really put any solid info in here. And I'm just pissed off because I don't know it. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I highly doubt it. I think it's more, I just want to see more creative stuff. Volandis, follow him. Another guy who's creative for real. There's a lot more people out there. I might just do a video just talking about all the people that I like and I think that are creative. But anyway, let me know what y'all think below. And until next time, I'll holler at y'all later. I'm out. Peace.